There, I think I accidentally stopped the video. So here, I'm picking up exactly where I stopped it. We're gonna walk to the west, and I'll just keep the video running, and we'll have a look at this property. You can see it clearly. If there's been any logging done on this property, it wasn't in my lifetime. It's been 20, 30, 40 years. I guess I'll be going on 40, so maybe, but I mean, you can see it's just fantastic. There may be some spots where some trees were taken, but from what I can see right now, this is just beautiful, beautiful ground for just about anything. We've got a gentle slope coming off the road as I walk back to the west. Beautiful building sites right here. You could certainly put in your own driveway or trail, and you could build back. Well, you could build back several hundred feet if you wanted to. Definitely. This property goes back to the west. I don't have the map with me, but it goes back to the west quite a bit. You'll see mostly hardwood timber on this tract. Okay, so here's a stump. I'm not a stump expert, but anytime you can kick a rotted stump out of the ground, it's probably 30 years old. So you've got a lot of good timber on this property. Oh, gorgeous. I'm stopping every now and again to take a photo along with the video. So we're not very far out of Mountain View, Missouri. We're also not very far out of Willow Springs, Missouri. And to the south, we've got West Plains, Missouri. So you've got several nice Ozark towns. Electric isn't too far. It would be on the county road we just came from. There was a house to the east. That's probably the closest electric line. Phone would either be at the house or right at the county road itself. I've got good cell service out here. Really solid property. Now I'm looking into the sun, so this video will look kind of dark. A lot of what we sell has been very recently logged. But we kind of got lucky on this deal, and we found a piece that, although it had some timber removed a couple years ago, it had a lot that hadn't been touched. And that's why we're able to bring you this one. If you've been looking for land for a while, you know that to find something here in the Ozarks with enough big timber that you can actually walk through it is a big deal. We don't have a whole ton of brush here. I mean, you could walk through this, you could ride your four-wheeler through this. Little bit of chainsaw work, and you could have a great road or trail going back to a super private building site. The ground has just enough kind of slope to it to make it interesting. It's not a completely flat, boring piece of ground, but it's definitely not steep. It's got just enough of a rise and drop to kind of make it interesting for a yard or whatever you like. You will find an enormous number of deer back here. We own some property very close to this, and it's been proven deer hunting ground for about 10 years. Turkey as well, definitely. Looking at more mature timber. And now as I go back to the west, we're getting into an area with some smaller trees. And I'm just going to keep on trucking here. Obviously, you could probably tell by the video, it's the middle of winter, so we don't have any green leaves. But in the spring and summer, this is going to be just a gorgeous area of greenery. Now we're back a couple hundred yards on the property, and this is kind of a natural ridge, which is really pretty. This is the kind of deal where if you spent an afternoon with the chainsaw and cleared out these little 2- and 3-inch trees, you would have just the prettiest building site. We're on a little ridge. We're back from the road. You can't even see the road. And that's without leaves on the trees. You can't see the road, so you know that's private. In the springtime, you could build back probably 100 feet off that road and not see it. And as I keep walking west, more timber. Gorgeous. Wow, really, really pretty. If you've been waiting for a nice large tract to build with some timber on it, this is a good deal. Close to 3 good towns. Awesome area for wildlife. Friendly people out here. So that's the acreage on the private road. Let's say by Mountain View, Missouri, since I came out of Mountain View this morning. Really a nice property. You will find very few like this for sale with this pretty timber and these great sites. Excellent property.